I'm Batman Goddard. I'm a bassist with the Sunsets. I've always been in music. And besides that, my interests have been mechanical, electrical, travel. It's all enabled me to travel the world, North America, and the Antipodes, Australia, New Zealand, Scandinavia, and Europe. I'm now 80 years old. I'm still involved in those same things, albeit to a lesser degree. But that's what my life's about and consists of. I'm suffering with stage 3, I should say, colonic cancer. And the future's a little uncertain, but the NHS, the National Health Service, is on the case. They've treated me well, and it's projected that I'll have surgery within the next 6 weeks. I'm not frightened. When you become an octogenarian, you realise that the sands of time have to run out sometime, and it's something I have to face. But face it, I will. Do I think there's an afterlife? Well, although I'm an atheist in the sense of what most people would say, in that I don't have a faith in the recognised religions of today, I do believe that there is something, and but it's so vast. I go back more towards the older religions of the indigenous people of the planet, the North American Indians, and of course the Aboriginals of Australia. And I've experienced a couple of strange things over my lifetime that have made me question whether that something else exists. But I'm a great believer in that matter cannot be created or dissipated. It can only change in form. The example always given is of boiling a kettle. The water becomes steam, the steam then condenses and becomes water, and things go on, everything goes on. Whether it will be, I'll be aware of when I cross over to the other side, I know not. In a way, I'll regret that. I'd love to think it would be that I'd be over there with friends and old pets and everything else, and it would be utopia. But in a way, I envy those who have a religion, who're strong and they've got a faith, and the faith sustains them. But my own personal logic says that isn't so. And but I still believe that all atoms and everything relates. That's why it's important to think of everything as being sentient, whether it's a tree, a rock, a river. Everything means something to existence. And it's, I like to think that things do go on forever. In fact, I often give the example of saying, if I was 40 light years away from here, or 50 light years away, I could be picking up the TV programs of the 1950s, etc. So just like those particles of light traveling across the universe, I think that's the thing with the life form, the spirit. It's like there's that great lyric that says we are stardust, and maybe that's what we are. One of my most vivid memories across the decades. There are many, and sometimes it's like when you look at a scene. When I was young, we had Pathé News on at the cinemas, where between films they would show you the news clips from around the world. And I can remember seeing footage relating back to the Second World War, of everything from the freeing of the prison camps or death camps, to the devastation of Japan and personal tragedies with friends. I can remember a good friend of mine, Bobby Morritt, coming to school through a snowstorm, wearing daps with no socks on his feet, and the poverty, the deprivation. They're the vivid memories, but thankfully the good memories far outweigh the bad memories. The most important thing in life is love. It's the love of life, the love of people. And we're all here on this little blue planet spinning in space. And to think that we're sort of totally alone in the vast cosmos, the human mind can't grasp infinity. When we think of the universe, we think of the universe. We can't grasp that it's world without end, it's cosmos without end. It's like we think it, we can't think infinity. And so it's important to think in life that if we want things to go on, it's like the love of the planet, the love of the environment. And there's lots of side issues, money, wealth, greed, avarice all get in the way. And we're told these different things, you need this, you need to buy that, you need to, And I always think, I go back to music and I think of lyrics and I think of Chuck Berry's salesman talking to me, trying to run me up a creek, saying you can try it, you can buy it, you can pay me next week. Too much monkey business. So it's better, like I say, to be comfortable with yourself, but love is the most important thing. It's like that emotion will guide you through everything, from the physical, emotional side of love to business dealings, that you realize don't conduct the business deal if it's going to be at somebody else's expense. You can think yonder comes a sucker, but one day you might be that sucker. So do unto others as you would wish done unto yourself. What makes it worth living again is you come back to the worldwide, if not universal, feeling and emotion of love. It's the thing of like waking up even in a winter, if you wake up on a frost-covered morning, you can feel the chill in the air, but it's like you're glad to be alive. And it's the same with if you wake up on a Mediterranean island, one of the Greek islands, and you look at the sea, and if you've got a pet, if you've got a puppy or a kitten, or even an old dog, that's what makes the thing of being alive, the feeling of being alive. It's also the things of like buying a new suit, or a favourite item of clothing, or a favourite record, or even tasting a new food. That's all the things that makes the feeling of being alive valid. It's they say at the end of a storm there's a golden sky, and I guess that's the optimism of living.